Hi students, welcome back to the next lecture, Dimension and Finite Dimension. So previous class I explained what is the dimension. So now we are going to see the what is a dimension definition. Let V be a subspace of R power n. The number of vectors in any basis of V is called the dimension of V and written as dim V. The number of vectors in any basis of V is called the dimension of V. So number of bases is called the dimension. Simply we can say number of bases is called the dimension. Next we are going to see the problem on dimension. Find the dimension of W where W is given by W is equal to A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. It belongs to the field over 5. That is such that A1 minus A3 minus A4 equal to 0. Solution A1, A2, A3, comma, A1 minus A3, comma, A5. That is, here they return the A4 as A1 minus A3. So here, for the given that this equation, keep this A4 this side, then bring the A1 and A2 to the right hand side. So we can write A1 minus A3. So instead of A4, we can write A1 minus A3, comma A5 equal to A1 into. So here if you take from the A1 outside, so can be written as 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. That is the coefficient of A1 is 1, A2 is 0, A3 is 0, A4 is 1, A5 is also 0. A2, the coefficient, how to write the A2? Only you will get the A2. So we get the 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Next A3, 0, 0, 1, minus 1, 0. That is plus A3, minus A3. That is a A4. This is a A3 into. So in A3 we have a A1 and A4 having. So A4 coefficient is minus 1. Then A3 coefficient is 1. Next, instead of A4, we can write the A5, 0, 0, 0, 1. That is, instead of A4, we can write here the A1 and minus A3. So, this A1 is included in this A1 pair. Then this minus A3 is included in this pair. So, we get the linear combinations like this. So, from this, we can write the basis as B is equal to. How to write the basis is the linear combination of the vectors. So here leaving the scalars, so only write the vectors. What is the vectors? So first one 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So here I made some mistakes. Sorry. So here we have to write 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. So here the 1 is missing. Is the basis of W. So now here what is the dimension? Number of bases is called the dimension. So this is a one dimension, then another, this is another dimension, then this is another dimension, this is another one. So here 4 elements is having. So number of elements in the basis is called the dimension. So the number of elements is 4. Next we see the next problem. Find the dimension W where W is given by W is equal to A, B, C such that 2A plus 3B is equal to C. Another one 7C plus 9B equal to A. So they defining the equation. Solution. Let W is equal to A, B, C such that 2A plus 3B minus C equal to 0. Another one A minus 7C plus 9B equal to 0. So now take and write the equation 2A plus 3B minus C equal to 0. Then another equation A plus 9B minus 7C equal to 0. So this is the form AX is equal to B. That is, if you write in the matrix form, we can write the A matrix as 2, 1, 3, 9, minus 1, minus 7. Then the X matrix is A, B, C. Then the B matrix is 0, 0, 0. So from this matrix, here the rank of the matrix is less than the number of unknown. How to find the rank of a matrix? If the rank of the matrix, if the determinant of that matrix is not equal to 0, then the rank is, that is the order of the matrix. So here consider this is a 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay, number of rows and number of columns. So here if we consider this matrix, so here find the determinant of this matrix 18 minus 3. So 18 minus 3 is 15. So that is not equal to 0. Therefore, this rank of this matrix is 2. So therefore rank of 2 is less than the number of unknown. How many unknown having? 3 unknown. So rank of 2 is 2. Then number of unknowns is 3. So rank of 2 less than number of unknown. Therefore we get a infinite number of solution exists. In this case, we will get the, if this rank of 2 is less than the number of unknown, we get the infinite number of solution. If rank of 2 is equal to number of unknown, you will get the finite number of solution. Let us consider A is equal to K, where K is a arbitrary constant. Now write the equation as 2K plus 3B minus C equal to 0. So from this C is equal to 2K plus 3B. Next from this K, another equation, K minus 9B minus 7 into 2K plus 3B equal to 0. We get B is solving that equations, we get B is equal to minus 13 by 30 into K. Therefore, W is equal to K, minus 13 by 30 into K, 7 by 10 into K. So, K belongs to R power 3. So, K from this term, we can take out the K outside. So, can be written as 1, minus 13 by 30, 7 by 30. So, therefore, the dimension of the number of bases is 1. So here small mistake. So dimension of W is equal to 1. How many bases is having? So only one base is having. Therefore dimension of W is equal to 1. So here I have a mistake. Next we are going to see the finite dimension. A vector space is called finite dimensional if it has a basis M consisting of finite number of vectors. The finite dimensional vector space, if we have the finite number of vectors, then we can say it is a finite dimensional vector space. The unique number of vectors in each basis for capital V is called the dimension of V, is denoted by dimension V. Note, a vector space that is not finite dimensional is called infinite dimensional. Next, we are going to see the example of finite dimension. The vector space singleton set 0 has a dimension 0. Next, the vector space F power n, that is a field over n, has the dimension n. So, the number of dimension in the F field over F has a n. The vector space Pn of F has a dimension n plus 1. That is previously we saw in the basis, the standard basis of P2 of R. What is it P2 of R? We get the 1 x square. How many bases is there? 3 bases. If we have a polynomial of degree 2, the basis is 3. So number of bases is 3. So therefore the dimension is 3. So here, if it is a polynomial of degree n over f, dimension is having n plus 1. Next, we are going to see the finite dimension theorem. Let W be a subspace of a finite dimensional vector space capital V. Then W is finite dimensional and dimension W less than or equal to dimension V. Moreover, if dimension W is equal to dimension V. So from this, we show that V is equal to W. Proof. Let us consider dimension V is equal to n. If W is equal to singleton set 0, then dimension of W is equal to 0. We saw in the previous example. if W is equal to singleton set 0, the dimension of the W's is 0. Then W is a finite dimensional. And dimension of W is equal to 0, which is less than or equal to n, and which is also less than or equal to dimension V. Otherwise, W contains non-zero vector x1, so x1 is linearly independent set. Continuing for the vectors x2, x3, etc., xk in W such that all the vectors up to k is linearly independent set. So previously we consider x1 is a linearly independent set, then it is possible, it is applicable for all the vectors x1, x2, etc., xn is a linearly independent set. Since no linearly independent subset of V can contain more than n vectors, this process must stop at stage where k is less than or equal to n, and k x1, x2, x3, etc., xk is linearly independent, but adjoining any other vector from W produces a linearly independent set, which implies x1, x2, etc., xk generates W, and hence it is a basis for W. Therefore, from this we can write dimension of W is equal to k, which is less than or equal to n, that n is already taken as dimension V. Therefore, if dimension W is equal to n, then x1, x2, etc., xk is a basis of W, which is linearly independent subset of V. Therefore, it is also a basis for V. Therefore, so from this we understood V is equal to n. That is, previously we take dimension V is equal to n, and here the dimension W is equal to n. So from this dimension V is equal to dimension W. Therefore, we get the result V is equal to n. Thank you, student.